Sure.
So Dan, tell me about the Future Global Ocean Center and why this would make such a difference.
Yeah, so Berkeley has an immense nexus of expertise in things like data science, oceanography, marine ecology, genomics, and journalism, and everything centered around the oceans. What we're lacking is a physical space to bring all this expertise together in a singular area. A place like the Wareham building here at the Richmond Field Station has the opportunity to build out seawater systems, genomic labs, data centers, and bring all of that expertise into a single area where all of those people can have an opportunity to work together, to lead field labs, to do instruction and build groundbreaking research that is important both for basic science and to the communities that we work with.
And you mentioned the journalism school, extending the scientific story to a broader audience.
So it's really difficult to make any impact in the world of just basic science if we're thinking about things like conservation. Being able to communicate both our findings and also be able to communicate both what the potential impacts are to the broader world is really, really important to be able to do that with effective communicators. UC Berkeley has one of the best journalism schools in the world, and the nexus between ocean science, food, climate change, all of those are being built in a powerhouse around the journalism school. And the ability to link with that through the Berkeley Center for Ocean Futures, the International Bioeconomy and Macroalgae Center, and a whole host of the marine science majors on campus has a huge capacity for making a large impact, not just to the scientific community, but to the community at large.
So in a way, you're expanding beyond publishing in PNAS or Nature or Science or the technical oceanography journals and expanding the story. It's sort of a mixture of data science and explanatory journalism.
That's right. And being able to have that in interdisciplinary, both collaborative space, both in terms of the research and instruction and training and mentorship that we have for our students. We have some of the best undergraduates in the world, and having them have the opportunity to bridge between those different disciplines in a place like this would be an amazing opportunity for UC Berkeley.
Do you think a Global Oceans Studies Center in Richmond might also expand its curricular involvement with high school level or community college level students?
Absolutely, and we have a lot of students that come through our labs that are both, we have a high school student that's working in our lab at the moment. We have published with high school students in the past. The community college and transfer students are some of the best students that we can recruit in undergraduates in terms of research and their ability to participate in that space. And having a physical space where there's enough areas and accessibility would be immense. Right now we have a seawater system that we run out at the Bodega Marine Lab. That marine lab's about an hour and a half away. Really difficult to get students out to participate in the research in those spaces because oftentimes those students have to work. They have to go back to class, and having the opportunity to have a center like this built at the Richmond Field Station would be an incredible opportunity for students that don't have the privilege of being able to spend weekends away.
Now, you're standing in front of a beautiful front of a very large building, which was built in the 1990s, as I understand it, with specific purposes for the chemistry laboratories inside and a very expensive investment for the Environmental Protection Agency. Would that use of these facilities be a basis for the global oceanography and oceans studies?
Absolutely. So the ability to have access to high quality and state-of-the-art laboratories to build out in adjacent to the warehouse facilities that they have that have the capacity to support closed circuit seawater systems for building things like coral laboratories, kelp, and aquaculture laboratories at the same time in one single space has an immense opportunity for bringing that all together.
As we look out toward the San Francisco Bay, is there a facility for a oceans vessel, a pier or other structures out in the water?
There are facilities for ocean vessels. We're adjacent to harbors. We're also adjacent to the EO Center across the way, which has a deep ocean port. So there's a lot of opportunities for people to get on the water if we have access to the shore.
And is there a possibility, using the rest of the facilities of the Richmond Field Station, to have classes here? Would this be an instructional center backed up with the technical capabilities of a building such as this?
There certainly could be opportunities for expansion of that. Currently we have things like the dive center. So my lab and several other labs have American Association for Underwater Sciences membership, which means we're actively scuba diving. The Scuba Dive Center is basically built here at the Richmond Field Station. So there are opportunities for integration both in terms of scuba training, underwater science training, linking space for things like data sciences and other opportunities. So there are huge amounts of opportunities out here as long as we have a place to bring those people and a center to build around.
Thank you, Daniel.